Your capacity as a graduate manager, CEO, etc. Do you have difficulties in making business decisions?
So how much is this now?
Yes, then
100
CLMI is here for you. Welcome to Courier and Logistics Management Institute. CLMI is a global institute that offers training, professional membership, and consultancy in courier, logistics, transport, and management. It is the only institute that offers these four packages as one body in the whole world. We are in collaboration with the Swiss School of Management in Rome, Italy, and the Lippert Graduate School of Business in the Netherlands. We also have collaboration with the University of Lagos for an advanced diploma in Courier and Logistics Management at Lagos State University. For more information, contact us at www.courierlogisticsinstitute.com or info@courierlogisticsinstitute.com or call us at 349,034,983,862. CLMI, ensuring professionalism. Your capacity as a graduate manager, CEO, etc. Difficulties in making business decisions? Then CLMI is here for you. Welcome to Courier and Logistics Management Institute. CLMI is a global institute that offers training, professional membership, and consultancy in courier, logistics, transport, and management. It is the only institute that offers these four packages as one body in the whole world. We are in collaboration with the Swiss School of Management in Rome, Italy, and the Lippert Graduate School of Business in the Netherlands. We also have collaboration with the University of Lagos for an advanced diploma in Courier and Logistics Management at Lagos State University. For more information, contact us at www.courierlogisticsinstitute.com or info@courierlogisticsinstitute.com. Yes, 34,983,862. CLMI, ensuring professionalism.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Thank you. Good. I'll call you. All right, so good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We are all welcome to this wonderful edition webinar. This time is also a meeting. My name is Simon Emmanuel from the Courier and Logistic Management Institute, CLMI. And before we commence this webinar, I would like to start with an opening prayer. And we call one of us here, give us an opening prayer to start this meeting. Thomas is handling. Please, can we rise?
In the mighty name of God. We are calling upon you. Lord, every application,
Thank you very much for that. So I would like to introduce the business partner. If you are the back, let's start filling the space from the front.
Before you write the application, before you do the writing of the writing.
Yeah, you just move forward. The front seat is for everyone, please.
So that we have 15. When you want to work for this,
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this wonderful program. Welcome to the CLMI, the Courier Logistics Management Institute here in Lagos, Nigeria. Today's topic is dissecting regulations on courier and logistics to enhance ease of doing business. A very wonderful topic, I would say. The ease of doing business is what we are all looking for in Nigeria today, right? So today we'll be looking at and how to make it work for both parties. So without much ado, let's start with recognitions. We'll start with recognitions and appreciate the people that are here today. We'll be having representatives. So dissecting regulations on courier and logistics to enhance ease of doing business. And today we'll be speaking with the main bodies on both parties, or the regulatory and the operative arm of doing business.
So I'll start by recognizing our own distinguished Professor Simon Emeje, who is the MD, the chairman of CLMI Lagos. We'll be joined by Barrister Miriam Doga, who is the Deputy LRD, NICOS. We also have Honorable Fuad Oki, who is the President, Logistics, Courier, College and Delivery Operators of Nigeria. We also have Mr. Dari Ojobelo, who is the MD CEO of Deliman Logistics, Nigeria. Please let's put our hands together. Mr. Buba Nehemiah will be joining us from Abuja. He's the President, NUPTE. Let's put our hands together for him. And also Mr. Adelana Olalemikon, the MD CEO of Zenith Parex International, will also be joining us. So we appreciate everybody's presence here today, and we know that it's going to be a very highly interactive session. So we'll start with a brief note from our chairman, after which we will go through the introduction. So I'll start introductions from.
So we pick call at we pick call at
Okay. So I've previously introduced our chairman, distinguished Professor Emeje. So our VP is here as well, the Vice President, CLMI. Please stand up for we don't all know you. So she's Dr. Pam Emeje. Our registrar is also present here, Mr. Jacobs Isaac. We also have part of the board members of the Baldbridge University present here with us. Dr. Bello. So welcome, sir. We also have Adeline present with us this morning. You're welcome, So we're going to do a brief introduction. It's always good for us to know who and who is here. So we actually get to the two of people from the beginning of the program. I'm a firm believer that every meeting is an opportunity to learn something new and to connect. We are social beings, we're meant to connect. So it's good that you go for a program and then when you come out, then a week later, you see somebody that was at that program and you remember that, oh, that person has something to do with what connects with you. So we're going to go through introduction of the whole house. So please, I would ask you to indulge us. You would stand up, say your name, which company you represent, and what you do in that company. Thank you very much. So I'll start from the front. We'll start with Mr. Ahmed Antasa. Guys, tell us your name.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ahmed Antasa, CEO of Courier Delivery, and I'm also the managing director of the Spanish aspect of it.
You're welcome. Yes. So, sir, sorry, we want to know where is your business located?
In head office in Courier.
Okay, so you're welcome. So when we want to reach out to you, we know that you're in Ipoli, right?
Yes, all right.
Thank you, sir. We also appreciate Mr. Ekene Ibibo from Beta Cargo. Sir, please, could you stand up for it? Good morning, sir.
Name is Ibuge, CEO of Beta Cargo Logistics, base Courier, freight, import, and export. My office is located in Adawu.
Ajawa State, Lagos. Sir, please, could you stand up and introduce yourself? Good morning, sir. So we come to the main floor. please could you give us the honor? Sorry? Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's fine. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, better cargo. You're welcome.
I go the process, senior business of the executive for better.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So we have a full presentation of better cargo this morning. This is very good. That's good. So we have quite an audience online as well. We have about 36 participants online, people outside Lagos as well. So the online community would like you to briefly introduce yourself, your name, and which company you represent. We will start with Dr. Anjorin. Sir, could you unmute your mic and introduce yourself from Abuja?
Okay, I am Dr. Julius Anjorin. I'm part of the Baldbridge family.
Thank you, Doctor. Can we have more introductions from our online community?
Okay, good day, everyone. My name is David Augustine. I'm a fellow of Baldbridge University, a fellow of CLMI, Courier and Logistics Management Institute. I'm a student of Baldbridge University, and I represent my institution. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Right.
Where are you taking from? Lagos or outside? Where is your location?
This is Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone. All right, sir, you're welcome. He's one of the
Thank you.
students at the Baldbridge University. Okay, can we have Mr. Abiola Paul? Mr. Abiola Paul Ozei, Mr. Adelinka, Mr. Godi Karim. Can we have introductions from our online people? Please unmute your mic. Karin Oka, you can go ahead.
Hello, can somebody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, madam.
All right, my name is Mayen Ujong. I am the CEO of Ferry Express Courier and Logistics. Our location is Shangotedo, Lagos. Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am. Happy to have you today. So can we have more introductions online so we can hear you? Andrea Patrick from Platform. Please unmute your mic, Patrick and Doya. We can hear you. Your hand is lifted up. Go ahead, sir. Okay, let's have other introductions. Miriam, Mr. David, Mr. Tayo. Let's take Peter, Bright, Thomas. Just unmute your mic and introduce yourself, the name of your company and where you are located.
Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. Go ahead, we can hear you.
Yes, please. My name is Miriam. Miriam Budayo. I'm from CLR, Courier and Logistics. I have to apologize on behalf of CLRG. We're actually on our way. But I just decided we started going.
Okay, and the regulation we are expecting, ma'am. Yes, yeah, the regulation we are expecting. Okay, Brian Thomas. Okay, your injury and where you're located.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bright Thomas. I'm from Transblue Logistics, Transblue Limited. I'm speaking from Lagos.
Okay. Where is your company located?
Both in Lagos and Abuja.
Okay, you're welcome. Mr. David Augustine. Will you come introduce yourself?
Hello, pardon me. I didn't get you so clear.
Okay, I tried. Can you tell us the name of your company and where your office is located? Are you in Lagos? If you're in Lagos, what part of Lagos? Okay, you're in Sierra Leone as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm in Sierra Leone. My company is Go Salon SL Limited.
Are you referring to the one?
Okay, hold on. Hello?
Okay, that's fine. You're welcome, sir.
My company is Go Salon SL Limited, located here in Freetown, Sierra Leone.
Okay, so you are a partner in Freetown. See, we're now international body,
yes.
So we're connecting with people in and out of Africa.
We do some transportation. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
CLR, the network is bad, but we have Mr. Courier also connected. Mr. Kinsey is also saying there's poor audio. So we're getting responses from our online community that is saying reasons why we will not be able to log in.
Hello, good afternoon.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. Please introduce yourself and where your business is located.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you.
Sorry, the network.
We can hear you.
We can hear you, Mr.
We can hear you. Can you hear us now? Okay, Teniola Odugumbo, can you go ahead? Teniola, unmute your mic and speak.
Hello, can I introduce myself?
Yes, please go ahead, sir.
Hello,
Okay,
good morning. Good morning. Can everybody hear me?
Hello, my name is.
Hold on.
Okay, I've muted him, so you can go ahead.
Can I go ahead?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, my name is Andoya Patrick. I am the MD of Marina Logistics here in Lagos. Marina Logistics Limited in Lagos, Lagos Island.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, what's the name of the company again?
Mariana Logistics Limited.
Okay, Mariana
Mariana Logistics
Okay,
Limited.
Mariana Logistics here in Lagos Island, right?
Yes, yes.
All right, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Good
Teniola, you
afternoon.
can introduce yourself.
Good afternoon.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Can you hear? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, my name is Teniola Oduyingbo.
Go
I'm
ahead.
representing ABG Logistics.
Hello?
and Courier
ABG Logistics, right?
Services. So we operate in Lagos. We operate in Lagos, Abuja, and Ibadan. ADG Logistics and Courier Services in Lagos. We operate in Ibadan and Abuja, and we are planning to operate in other states as well.
Yes, our network is.
Okay, we've gotten your location.
Good afternoon.
Okay, thank you, Teniola. And the next person introduce himself.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. We can hear you. Go on, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you, Mr. Karim.
Please go on. I think we have a bit of a drag on that.
Okay, my name is Adeoye Aziz.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So,
Your company?
Swift Logistics. Swift Logistics.
Swift Logistics. Where is
Yes.
located,
Toyin Street, Ikeja, Lagos.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for joining. So we will take a few more introductions and then we'll move into the program directly. We have a few people
Sorry,
that
it's like the network is terrible, so I'm not sure whether I have captured my name.
So what's your name again?
Agodi Karim.
Okay, I'm going to carry it. It's clearly on the screen, sir.
Yeah, I'm operating in Lagos. That's Lagos.
Yes, you said Toyin Street.
Lagos State. Twinsbeck Logistics.
Okay,
Twinsbeck Logistics. Yes.
Okay, so we also have Twinsbeck. For the online community, please, we want each of you to write down the name of your company on the chat box for messages. Just the name of your company and where you are located, whether in Nigeria or outside Nigeria. We just want to have that database. We already have a back end, but for the purpose of this meeting, we want it to be a networking thing so we can have people present, also connect with some of you offline. So please, the name of your company and where you're located. That would help us here. Okay, Mr. Eric Madabuchi, please introduce yourself. Unmute your mic, sir. So I believe the people online are the contact people for the program. So you can write the name of your company, your location, and your mobile number or your email. I think that would help for connectivity. Mr. Eric Madabuchi, you can go on. Unmute yourself, sir.
Oh, give up the place, sir. Let me check. Sorry.
So the network is giving issues. So please, the online community, like we said earlier, the name of your company, put it in the message box, the name of your company, where you're located, and your email or mobile number. So we can have some communication with you after the program. Thank you very much.
These are all the needs.
Okay, so news reaching us. We have a lot of members that are outside Lagos and Nigeria on. It's fine. Just put details of your business name, your email, and where your office is located. I think after the program, we'll do an offline connection so people present can also have your details. I think that would help us a whole lot. Okay, thank you, everyone. We have some new people that came in when we had done introductions. Hello, madam. You're welcome. Have you introduced yourself? Okay, please, could you stand up? Your name, which company you represent, and what you do, where your office is located. Good afternoon. Okay, I will. You're welcome, madam. Okay, so today's program is dissecting regulations on courier and logistics to enhance ease of doing business. And we have members of the panelists, some are present, some are online, and some have called us. They are in Lagos traffic. We all know what it's like in Lagos today. So I'll be calling on Prof, who will be our host today, to open the program and to give us an idea of what we hope to expect today. Thank you. Please, let's put our hands together.
Thank you very much. Let me stand on the distinct court of this. Welcome everybody to this distinguished body. I want to apologize on behalf of everybody. First of all, to our Honorable Fuad, we welcome you, and all the CEOs that are here, welcome all of you. And our distinguished members online, we also welcome you, though we are not seeing your faces. You see, this is a very serious industry. And we're starting not 11 o'clock as we propose. This is a very powerful industry because what is happening now is what we are trying to address. We are time-sensitive people. When you combine courier with logistics, modernity has come in now. Before emphasis, we laid emphasis on courier as a time-sensitive service. But logistics is catching up with it. Before, we're not emphasizing so much on time sensitivity for logistics service. But right now, logistics is catching up with time sensitivity. Wherein they are matching. Everybody. So I was saying that logistics is catching up with courier, and we're changing our language to saying logistics and courier have become time sensitive. That is the update in the industry right now. So if you are in logistics and you are not in Courier, customers are beginning to advertise time. Okay, you are sending your cargo from Australia to Nigeria. The customers will want to find out when are you going to, how soon are you going to deliver? So it's all over the world right now, and that is the situation. And we have quite a lot of challenges. We have quite a lot of challenges all over, not only in Nigeria. What we're doing here today is going to other countries in the world. It's being transmitted, like you have noticed also. So it's an important that we took time to come up with this. And we have also discovered that this industry is as important as anything you can think of for any economy in any country and for the world economy. I was
you know, I'm back in the tree house. In the plan, they go give you check.
I was given a figure somewhere in the forum, and I said, so far, and it's gone beyond 7% now, that the world economy is enjoying about 7% GDP from this industry. I think we should clap for ourselves. It's a very key sector of the economy of the world, not just Nigeria. And even in Nigeria here, we have gone beyond 3.5, we are reaching about 4.5 now, our contribution to the GDP of the country. I think we should also clap ourselves. You can understand that we are talking of a very serious industry. The asset worth of this industry is not less than 15 trillion naira for Nigerian customers. And if we have that, the whole budget of Nigeria is 27 or thereabout trillion naira, am I right? Yeah. And we have asset worth industry of about 15 trillion. So we're not talking of a mini industry at all. At times we need to repeat or reiterate this to give ourselves a great awareness of who we are and where we are and what we are in this country. That is part of the reason we are here today. And I want us to make the best use of what we are talking about today. Wherever you are today, be happy that you are part of this whole game. I call it game because business is business. We are dissecting regulation on courier and logistics to enhance ease of doing business. Knowing this background, we have a formation in the country already where we have a structure of a regulator and the operator. We have quite a number of operators in Nigeria, but the number is still below the required number. I'm not preempting what our panelists are going to say or the regulator will say. But I can tell you as I stand here that the number of courier companies, that number is still below what we need. We really need them. If in the city of London alone, we have over 1,000. Why should a country, a whole country of about 200, and we've gone to 270 or 300 now, million, will be having below 1,000? I don't know, the regulators will correct us later to let us know how many really we are now. You get it? So you see, we have the need to talk to ourselves. And that is why we are here. The regulator is there for us. The operators are also there for us. There are things the regulator is supposed to be doing, and they are doing, and there are things the operators are doing. How well are these two bodies doing in Nigeria? How is the business faring? Are we really having ease of doing business? How is the operator getting about his service? How does the operator perceive the regulator? How does the regulator perceive the operator? Do we have any hitch? Is there anything we can iron out amicably to make business flow? That is why we are here. We are here for the good of tomorrow concerning this industry. And we also want to make a statement to our federal government. From this forum, as we are sitting here, all the discussions we are going to have today, we are going to form a communique out of it. We'll let it out to the press, we'll let it out to the federal government. So don't think that we're going to talk just ordinary. No, we're not going to talk ordinary. We'll talk a focus of trying to see how to impact and trying to get things done for this industry, because the country needs this industry. If you break down this industry, I'll tell you, Nigeria is virtually gone. I've given you statistics. So if the national budget is about 27 trillion, and we have an industry worth about 15 trillion, what are you talking about? That if you remove that industry, where is Nigeria? So we need to know this and address ourselves that, look, it should not be said that this is business as usual. Let's move forward, catch up with other countries. We also want to look at the regulator very critically. Do they have the things that they need to actually perform? Is the government looking at them very seriously to give them what they require? What is the status of the regulator here in the country? Are they wearing that status? But they are not, because they also need to come to a particular status to be able to perform. If they have things before them to do, as I know they have, and they don't have the tool to do those things, nothing happens. Like that philosopher would say, he said, do nothing, nothing happens. But do something and let something happen. So we need to see how to help the regulator. We need to see how to also help the operators together. I'll not take your time again, but just to introduce why we are here. And we'll leave the floor to the rest of us, and our moderator will guide us. Once more, I welcome all of us, and happy celebration. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, distinguished Prof. Simon Emeje. We appreciate that opening remark. Okay, so like we said earlier on, today's topic is dissecting regulations on courier and logistics to enhance ease of doing business. And we're very honored to have in our presence today regulators due to logistics challenges. Some of them were put up in traffic. We're very honored to have Barrister Miriam Dubai, the deputy who will be representing Mr. Oludotu Shonde, the GM Courier and Logistics Regulatory Department, CLRD9 post. She will be representing Mr. Dotun today, and we appreciate your presence, ma'am. So we'll be hearing from the regulators. Like we said, this is about ease of doing business. So it's a collaborative discussion where we're going to be sharing thoughts and ideas that will move the entire sector forward. Like our distinguished prof said, it's amazing the amount of revenue that can be gotten from just this department alone. And I would say that between 2020 and today, a lot has changed. In the new norm, everything is logistics. I can't remember the last time I had to physically go to some places. And you know, business has so changed today that anything you buy, all you just need to ask, can you dispatch it? Simple. So everybody is in the dispatch space. I feel like entering this space myself. So it's not just about buying some bikes and putting them on the road. That was what some people thought some years ago. But it's beyond that. It's about even knowing how these things should be packaged. It's about even knowing the delivery systems that accompany such things. I remember when one of our members from the Baldwin University was sharing with us how they conveyed oxygen during COVID and how they conveyed a lot of vaccines and all of that. And you know, for the first time, some of us were saying, oh, you mean these things are not just carried anyhow in any vehicle? So there is a plan for everything. And so today we want to talk about what will move the economy forward in this dispensation. The regulators are here to open our eyes to what they are doing to help the business move forward. And yes, the operators are here as well because we all want to be part of this new generation move that will move the economy forward. So, Ma, you're welcome. I would like to have your speech now. Thank you, Ma.
Professor Sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to apologize for coming in. I had a accident. I'm just trying to get myself together. But apologies for coming in late. It's not in our lecture. I would also like to bring greetings from the General Manager, Courier and Logistics Department. He wanted to be here, but he had to be somewhere else to represent the Postmaster General. Very important function, another function in Abuja. This function is very important and wanted to be here. Had to just stay. So I apologize for that. I bring goodwill from the General Manager, Courier and Logistics. When coming in, I had before saying something about this space being so wide. I was even saying if you can provide information of how many operators we have now. The Courier space is actually a wide one, and it's actually a huge one that can fetch billions of naira. And being in I happen to be working within the licensing and renewal and also legal and compliance, different things every day. You see a lot of challenges, a lot of prospects, and so many things that we can do to also forge ahead. If you ask me, what has the department done as a regulator? What have we done? Over the past 19 years, we had only 2 categories of license. We had just the international and the national space only. That was prior to the COVID-19. But when about 2020, 2021, thereabout, we had to sit down and also look at the space. We saw people that were not up to the international carrier, were not to the national carrier that wanted to be in the space. So we now decided to make provision for 2 additional categories. We now have the international category, we have the national category, we have the regional category, And we have the special SME category. Now they can now come into the space, also be operators. Yes, we have standards, we have rules, we have different ways of assessing and evaluating documents to ascertain that these operators are actually qualified for that space. We have a standard and not joke about that. Another thing that we have done is that we tried to decentralize courier logistics. Formally, you can, if you want to reach out to us, you have to come to a particular place. They have to come to just Lagos, for example, or Abuja to be able to reach out to the regulator. But currently, we are able to use the locations, different locations that NIPOS has for different states in the federation to reach out to people. We have currently what we term the state regulatory officers in every state in Nigeria. So you can, instead of you to reach out to us here in Lagos, for example, or in Abuja, when you are in Taraba, for example, walk to our post office in Taraba and reach out to an officer that will be able to attend to you. We have also been able to embrace the digital economy, digital technology system. We're able to do things now online. Formerly, it was not like that. For the past 19 years, things have been done. You have to come to the office, you have to reach a particular person before you do that. But at the comfort of your home, now you can actually have a web portal that is active for interactive sessions. We have a web portal that you can reach out to us for information. We have registrations that can be done online. For example, you don't need to come to my office to be able to make payments for your license, for your renewal fee. You can sit at the comfort of your home or your office. And is currently active. We have actually also been able to, just like I said, leverage on digital and technology to be able to do e-monitoring and even e-enforcement and e-licensing, for example. You don't need to come down to get your license. You can go through the process of the web portal to be able to get a license wherever you are. If you are abroad, for example, and you want a license, if you are able to go through the registration process through our ecosystem, you'll be able to get a license, e-license. We have also, if you permit me to say that, NIPOS CLRD, that's Courier Logistics Regulatory Department, being funded at NIPOS. We don't get funds from anywhere. So NIPOS funds itself. The Postmaster General have been very, very supportive, and we have been able to do enforcement and monitoring activities. For example, normally we don't do clamp down activities consistently, but now we do our clamp down activities quarterly. We are able to touch different states of Nigeria. For example, the last place we went for clamp down, we went to Osun State, we went to Benin, we went to Abuja, we went to places like Kaduna, for example. And we find out that there are more and more people that are now aware that there is a regulator in the space, and they are ready to do the needful to come on board. We've been able to do a lot of sensitization to let people know that you can't just deal with anybody. You can't just deal with just any name. You have to verify with us. That is why our web portal is also there for them to be able to verify who is licensed. Once you get a license, automatically we upload your name on the space in our web portal.
So if I'm outside the country, for example, I want to know who is registered or licensed with NIPOS, Courier Logistics Regulatory Department. Go to the web portal, search for your name, and also verify. Because one of the problems we've been having is people dealing with companies that are not licensed. They fall into a lot of problems doing that. Sometimes we have problems of undelivered items. We have problems of pilfering, for example. We've had issues of unlicensed operators carrying drugs or illegal items. Even the riders are not professionals, so they don't even know what to handle and what not to handle. And that is why we have also had collaborations with other stakeholders in the industry. For example, for each state, we have the Ministry of Transportation, which is also a key stakeholder in this business. We kind of collaborate with them to see how the ease of doing business can be promoted, and also how the riders and drivers in the industry can be trained. They can now be professional riders. They know what to do when being faced with certain situations. So, permit me to stop here. I believe if there are other questions we need to answer, we will not hesitate to do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's put our hands together. Thank you very much for that laudable speech. So we all know that NIPOS and CLRD department is doing a whole lot. From what she said, we have achieved a whole lot from the past 19 years. I mean, you can see the gap from 19 years ago till today. Among the things she highlighted was they have categorized registrations. So right now, they have done it in such a way that NIPOS has categorized registration for the different operators that want to register with NIPOS. There's the decentralization of courier and logistics by states. So the regulatory officers in every state can attend to the matters per state. So people don't need to come to Lagos all the way to come and do things here. There's an active interaction on the website. So the portal is live and the digitalization of their functions. I think this is a whole lot, and we appreciate, I believe with your boss being a tech person, we expect to see a whole lot of technology in that space. Thank you very much, ma'am. So right now, we'd like to introduce and call on one of our panelists to respond to this and to present his talk. Honorable Fuad Oki is the President, Logistics, Courier, Haulage, and Delivery Operators of Nigeria, Budwa. It's what we have here is Logistics, Courier, Haulage, and Delivery Operators of Nigeria, State and Special SME. So Honorable Fuad is also representing the SME space, and he's going to respond to the conversation that is going on. So like we said, this is a highly interactive conversation. We're hearing from the operators, we're also hearing from the regulators. So a lot has been said from the regulatory arm, and we'll be having some responses from our panel. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I would like to thank and I would also like to say here, Prof, may God continue for us. Done so much on the side of then regulation. Time to people who are ready. hence what you are doing. I want to acknowledge what my sister said about what's CLMI. But in acknowledging that, we come back again to acknowledge Prof. I want to thank CLMI for hearkening our cries during COVID and medical record. I agree to look at the I recall vividly when I met with then PMG. I about what Nigeria is doing by not encouraging the micro, small, and medium enterprises, particularly in a sector that can contribute very highly into Nigeria. I don't think that the world is going e-commerce. We invest in Nigeria, think about that. We're not there. For this morning, Rob said we have about 100 MSM operators in London. And Nigeria is over. Yeah. No, I'm trying to be magnanimous. And Nigeria with over 200 million. We have from in Lagos alone, we have over 50,000 restaurants in our space. The reason they are not connected with the regulator is because the Nigerian government is not ready to promote the sector. And this sector is the most important sector because globally, the informal sector is always the catalyst for economic growth. Always. Unfortunately for us in this part of the world, the informal sector accounts for about 70% of all that. But we are yet to look at that sector. Nigeria is a young population nation. So there must be a reconsideration of whether there is a nexus between helping our individual population and our economic activities. And we all must sit down again. But today I'm beginning to believe that yes, we can get our regulators and their principals or employers through CLMI and all of us in the operational space to constitute ourselves into a very highly effective body. So we can do the needful and what the needful. Continual engagement with the government. From the reason why CLMI does not have the database of who are in the MSME space in logistics and Courier. It's because of one battle that have started 2001 and will continue until government actions are right. We must look at the youth space. We must. A lot of people are in logistics business today because it seems to be the only outlet for them to do something meaningful. You may want to know how many they have by speaking with those people who sell either brand new motorcycle or Tokubo motorcycle, to know exactly who are in this space and who the job. But is our country ready to promote e-commerce, especially the youth? And our position is very clear, very, very clear, that governments must look at what is happening at BOI, Bank of Industry. Bank of Industry has a desk for MSME, but the desk is not looking at logistics. And we must put them, we must put them. It's one of the things the value system that as our regulator, we also need to work that part with us. If we do not address the youth problems that are trying to eke out a living through e-commerce or logistics, then we just listen. So, what are our challenges? What are our challenges? And my position is very clear. That our regulators should look at our challenges. The first one is the issue of multiple licensing requirements. CLRG is doing very well in its capacity or identity capability. But we need to look at it. And when I thought about multiple licenses, it's not just about what CLRG is doing. No. It's about what local governments are doing, what state governments are doing. We must address it. On a daily basis, I get an average of 20 to 25 calls or text messages. Oh, my rider has been stopped. Oh, my rider has been arrested. On a daily basis, particularly Lagos and FC. And what I do is to, use my name to lend weight to say, no, you cannot do that. This is what the law says. Oga, should I call your Oga? Should I call your Oga or you allow that person to go? So the question is, should it be like that? No. I know that CLRB meets virtually every Ministry of Transport in Nigeria. I know that because I follow up here. But you are also getting it wrong. Because in those states, let's take Lagos and Abuja. Lagos State Ministry of Transport, the director there does not even have an understanding of the issue we talk about. Now we have the PIS in Lagos State, we have NASMA, and they don't work together, even though they are from the same ministry. At the local government level, we are non-state actors that local government uses as their tax consultants or contractors. And we need to come out loudly too. That if you see a dispatch rider coming from Lekki axis to Kenya, if he is lucky, he will be stopped by 2 or 3. On a day that is unlucky, it will be about 10. And I know that every day CLRG send out letters to these ministries wanting to speak. My sister, the issue needs to be addressed frontally. It's either we kill this sector or we allow this sector. This sector has the potential. The second issue is that our process, our documentation process is also complex. I am glad to hear that now in all the states we have a bench or a seat of CLR. I am happy to note that CLR work is up. But CLR needs to take cognizance of something. A lot of people in that space, in our space, don't understand those things. We need to review our documentation process. Here's the background that now I can go online and do something, but the target must be total automation. Total automation. You must help us in also understanding very clearly that not many of the operators understand trading. We need to break down our documentation process into major Nigerian languages. If you go into the market space out there, either Nigerian or Alabarago, you see virtually everybody having it. But unfortunately, they cannot use it to meet the expectation of regulatory process, which CLR is. The compliance cost. And I'm happy you are the one representing CLR in my system. I've had a long background. Nigerians in the informal sector earn daily wages, either as the owner of the business or the dispatch rider. It is what they earn today that they will use to live tomorrow. You must understand it. And part of my discussion and engagement with CLR is that please, even if you want to charge us ₦1 million,
You want to go and buy the
let's work out some.
Please go and buy this. Alba. I will pass over. Where do you want us to buy
A lot of people,
TFC? We can buy it there.
this is why a lot of people don't come to register. By the time you say, oh, government has done well for us, we're now paying 250. They look at it, 250. Where do I start? 250. But if we're able to tell them the total cost is 250, you may pay once, it can be broken down into 12 or 2. And we have done this in other sectors with government. So it is key. When you look at the cost of enforcement, you will realize that we can reduce the cost of enforcement to its barest minimum if we open the doors wide to these operators. We engage them, we know them. We know what they say. And there is need for our regulator to look at that. Then the almighty finance. And I've had an occasion to speak the MD of GY Minister. It will not cost this government if truly this government wants to grow the economy, to get the micro and the small businesses to come register at little or zero cost. You know what that will do? It will bring so much into the net. When you bring them into the net, 3 things will happen. Tax to government. But the moment you are there, you begin to pay tax. There are several other things that government can use, again, like this, to pay the amount which you have not written out for us to pay. Our regulator needs to help us to work with BOI and all the other avenues open to start-ups and to micro businesses. Today, what you see on the streets is not the real picture. In Lagos State, you cannot use a motorcycle that is less than 200 cc. My sister, if you have the time, I'll take you out to where a 90 cc motorcycle imported into Nigeria is sold as 200 cc in Lagos in order to meet the requirement. And you know why? A Tokumbo motorcycle that is coming to Nigeria is not higher than 100 cc. And many times than not, it is also purchased on what's called a higher purchase. You must understand this business in order to help us. When you help us, you will also grow the economy. It is important. As our regulator, you are our papa. And you must not allow us to die. My sister, don't allow us to die. I come from Senegal, there's a popular saying that Pikin not they die in the hand of the mama. CLMI, don't kill us. If we grow, you allow us to grow, you will be proud of us. And the only way to do that is for the government, or their I say is for CLMI through your the Ministry of Finance, which is the modern Ministry of BOI, to create a window for financing MSN in the logistics subsector economy. It is the only way out to run. When that is done, it means most of our members will have access to buy a real 200cc motorcycle. When that happens, the lifespan of that motorcycle on the average, before it begins to give problem, will be at least 5 years. Most of the Tokumbo motorcycle are 10, 12 years motorcycle that have been used somewhere else. But when it gets in Nigeria, brand new, you will pop local champagne that I have bought the motorcycle and I need a rider. We have so much problems that we need on our own, to do with our members. But when they are just striving to breathe, how do you want to force them to do something? The issue of financing is very key. The other issue, and that is why every day, madam, you go home with documents you file. It is either between the owner of the business and his rider, or between two businesses. You also need to help us with a mechanism for dispute resolution. You need to come up with a regulation or a document. I'm talking about just the limited number that you have now. I know every day you get that complaint, either from AB or from YZ. But the moment you develop that document, and while you are giving us certificate, you also let us know that there is a window here in the event that there are disagreements between our members. It is key. The issue you don't want to know. What you get in your office is only the tips of iceberg. So now, having spoken about the challenges, let us look at how to streamline the regulatory process. I brought it to three. The almighty mind CLR, that is our papa. We are suggesting that we develop a streamlined process for the two categories. Those in the business and because today now, everyone is in logistics, no one is in Courier. Today, when I look at the members that I like, everybody today is in logistics. So if all of us are in logistics, then who are in Courier? And you need to help us, so that fine line between logistics and Courier will also be known by our member. And that will help you as our regulators to truly and truly understand who your victims are. The BOI, that is about the finance that you need to really work with BOI for us. Already they have that window for MSME, but that window, when you try to access the window, what you see in that window is not speaking from the. So they need to either give us our own desk in that window, or they expand that window to accommodate. When you look at that window is only talking to people who want to go into fashion, who want to go into entertainment, people. So it's not speaking. And those other sectors will also not thrive or survive if we are not there. We can go it alone, but it will be undermining the almighty CLRP. So as our Father, just lead us. Lead us. It's like the glass ceiling. Break it for us and see what we'll do. Just break it. Break it. Madam, I am saying this authoritatively, that your kingdom in the L&C subsector have everything they require to access bonding. But lead us there. Please, lead us there. The ministry, your parent ministry of digital communication, must help us to develop a digital economy strategy for logistics and Courier, particularly MSME subsector. Because the ministry is doing so much, but the ministry is more interested in entertainment, in fintech. Those other subsectors will not thrive if we are not taking due cognizance. This government is doing so much in wanting to open the space, but in their effort to open the space, they don't remember our sector. BOI, the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Budget, needs to on our behalf by you. What do we expect? Our expectation from government. It's for government to help us with national employment program in the logistics and Courier. And what do I mean? We need to encourage whoever that in that space to at least have minimal education or knowledge of logistics and Courier. We have one here in this building, and you can't look for a way to either direct us or encourage us as operators to have a right program on logistics. A lot of our members go from the flight, rather than to buy an Okada, look for a rider. Yes, and that is why you see the issue of security. When you just take any package, any document, and send it this, send it that, without understanding the danger inherent. So we want government to help us. We're having a national empowerment program, which speaks to knowledge and understanding of the business. If you do a survey of 10 operators, either here or in other states, about the business, and that is why something fundamental is affecting us, issue of pricing, because they don't understand. If I say for this package it is 1,500, you say, it's too much. There is somebody else that is ready to take 500. And just because he does not understand, he cannot break down the cost for him or her to understand that he is also cheating himself or herself. And it is because they lack the knowledge. It would also be better if CLR through the PMG speak on our behalf for us to have a logistic and transportation policy. It will help the economy. There must be that willingness from the part of government. Let us have a policy or a guidance document. Maybe because that time will be too far. As a regulator, we also develop a guidance document which will speak to your expectation in regards to regulation. I know you do it when you want to issue out certificate, but please let us have, it will be like a guidance document for us to know this is policy trust of government. This is what is expected of us as operators. These are the things that we should not be involved or engaged. It is important. Let's so help with the issue of states and local governments, harassment and intimidation. What do we expect from the private sector? Mentoring. You can help us by encouraging our big brothers, those that are involved in international and national. It will be knowledge sharing or call it peer review or any other name, but it is also around. It is when you get opportunities like that that you go out. Another opportunities like this, don't know when. Or maybe our papa will be calling us from time to time for us to. Madam, there is an incubation hub in Abuja for people in fashion. And what is the incubation hub? A very large warehouse. And we put small offices here and there. Machines for them to bring clothes on to show for the day. So there is energy, there is everything. Today, and I stand challenged or controverted that most of my members uses their residences as office. And when you want to go out to look at what you do, you quickly, because you know you are coming, you quickly beg somebody to allow us to use my space and But the truth is, we don't have it. NIPOST is the only agency in Nigeria today with offices in all the nooks and crannies of Nigeria. And you are underutilizing your properties. Why? And please consider or look into the possibility. You may even cluster us and say, as part of wanting to encourage you, we dedicate XYZ office. You have 774 main post office. And I know that in some local government, you still have posts. Please consider it. Open up the space, encourage us, cluster us. If we need to pay token, we will pay. And it will also help you in finding us and knowing what we are doing. I'm rounding up. We are proposing.
We'll give you time.
Thank you, Prof.
Go ahead and exhaust it.
Thank you, Prof. We want to propose as part of what you are doing to ensure a robust environment for us. Some of this already you have alluded to it as part of what you are doing, but we also want to put it on that also you can help us, to look at them holistically with, what we feel and what we want. Help us to harmonize our licensing requirements. I know you are doing so much. I acknowledge you are doing so much. I want to thank you for what you have done so far. I want to tell you that there's been so much. Until the last man in the business comes out to say, government, put me in the net. You will not have done anything. We are not unmindful of the challenges which you have, but we do not care because we know that you are capable, that you will surmount challenges. But it is not who yet. So we are proposing that we have started digitization, but it is still for people who can't book. And a lot of our people do not count, so they don't reach. In your efforts with wanting to automate the process for us, we also need to look at the issue, documentation. Then the cost. I asked Mr. John separately that are you enforcing to encourage us to come, or you are enforcing as part of government to get revenue? We are still toddlers, and when a small thing do something, it should not be cane. All you need is to do this. But what you are doing is like giving us a cane and carrot thing. The more you do that, the more our people go back. No government, all governments put together do not have capacity to enforce. People are in the space. Add that to security agencies, and we know it's costing money. but open the space for our members, they will come in. Your own enforcement will also reduce. Please, we are begging as part of our proposal for a reform of regulation. The cost is too high. It's too high. You know why? The operators, particularly my brothers who are Arewa in the north, will always cluster together. If you go to Teslim Balogun Stadium and the bus stop, at any point in time, you find the bus. I know why they continue to do that. That if you come, arrest us, why do this one phone call and you not allow them to do? And then